Art is an integral part of the Learning Challenge curriculum at Rook's Nest Academy. Teaching is grouped under these headings: drawing and mark making, painting skills, 3D form and sculpture, printing, digital media, and knowledge of other artists. Most children are taught in mixed age classes, and the teaching of art is linked closely to the Learning Challenge curriculum, using identified skills to ensure that pupils progress as artists. In the early years, children are given the opportunity to experiment with a range of different tools and materials safely and efficiently. They should use different colours, patterns and textures, recognising and describing patterns and showing their familiarity with different equipment. In years 1 and 2, children are encouraged to draw more recognisable and detailed representations of people and landscapes with greater accuracy, experimenting with different line thicknesses and mixing secondary colours. They will cut, roll and coil materials to create a clay pot, make a simple repeating pattern and compose collages using given materials. They will suggest how artists have used colour, pattern and shape, investigating and using elements of the work of Charles Rennie Mackintosh and David Hockney, as well as artistic ideas based around the Great Fire of London and silhouettes. As they move into Key Stage 2, pupils are taught to build on their skills and to use simple line, tone and colour to represent movement. They create tints and tones by adding white and black to depict buildings and figures and forms, and they sculpt clay and other mouldable materials to represent objects. Pupils will be taught to use stitching to create a piece of artwork. They will print onto different materials using at least 4 colours and will combine digital images with other media. They will experiment with styles used by other artists, including Madhubani art, German folk art, and art inspired by the Roman empires and the Vikings. At the top end of Key Stage 2, children are encouraged to make choices about techniques, tools and materials, building on the skills taught through primary school. They will create studies and preliminary sketches to test out colour mixes and techniques to create desired effects, evaluating and justifying their choices across the range of artistic endeavour. They will look to organise line, tone, shape and colour to represent figures, showing mood and feelings, as well as shading to create detail and atmosphere. Pupils will be taught to use 1 and 2 point perspective. They will explain their own style of work and explain how it has been influenced by famous artists over a 2-year rolling programme to include L.S. Lowry, Pablo Picasso, Henry Moore, Hans Holbein, Andy Goldsworthy, Andy Warhol and William Morris, as well as art inspired by the ancient Maya and ancient Greece.